Welcome to Dwelling of the Dark.
We are a channel honoring the yellow and blackened bones of many prominent authors. We will be digging up several obscure, strange, and forgotten authors who influenced many of the great horror, science fiction, and fantasy writers today. More tales of the horrifying, obscure, strange, and forgotten are climbing out of the tubes. Subscribe, comment, like, donate, or I'll send the devil of black fire you to rip your head off, as we did the like button. Unknown horror masters, send us ghoulish delights for the Skull and Bones collection. Your pound of writer's flesh will feed our ghouls. For now, books, albums, websites, in the links below. Children of Horror, Legion of Ghouls. We proudly present Helen, Chapter 1, The Cabin.
Helen's smile haunts me in every moonlit glow. Helen's eyes lit my soul's fires, don't you know? Leave her in the mountain darkness, to that well long forgotten. Leave her in the mountain darkness, where she should stay, buried and forgotten.
When the horror passing speech hunted us along, each laid hold on each, and each found the other strong. In the teeth of things forbid, and reason overthrown, Helen stood by me, she did. Helen, all alone. Rudyard Kipling. 1. The Cabin. I'm a haunted man these days. It's not a ghost, mind you. Lord knows, we all carry a few of those with us wandering this old earth. No, if I'm being candid, it's a woman. A flesh and blood woman who keeps me awake at night, and not in the way your salacious mind might think. I sit in the forest darkness, wide-eyed, sweating like a jittery badger, and praying to whatever god I can to get through the night as she lurks outside my door, taunting me. Damn her, I tell you, and god damn me the day I met Helen. There, I said that viper's name again. I called out in the darkness, and hellfire sure, I'll bring a rain of trouble on my sleepless mind tonight, even mentioning her. I know, I sound a little touched, acting this way, but I don't give a care to what you or anyone will think if they find me, much less if they find this letter. All right, enough cryptic jabbering. I have to tell someone. I have to warn everyone what she's all about. Yeah, I know, I should have done it sooner, but I was terrified of what Helen might do to me back then if I did. But that's all under the bridge. Especially when a week ago I got the greatest of news from my local valley quack pretending to be a doctor. The quack? Dr. Alphonse Fonzie Saunders, indubitably. Oh, you want to know his prognosis on me? I might have 2 years of living left. Yeah, that's not so great news. Sue me for my sarcasm. Life's hard enough in the mountains on a good day. When the labs come back, and everyone, including Dr. Fonzie's dog, has the face. You know the one. It's the slow wincing, as if they just eked off a wet fart. Of course, it's followed with a patronizing, lowered polite brow and castaway eyes. All of it revealing your ticket has been punched. The game of life, at least for you, is over. You want more, I imagine. What's the diagnosis that's got me as cheerful as a man headed to the gallows? Well, dear friend, it's some kind of condition that eats away the brain and stuff. I can't even begin to try and pronounce it out loud. But I'll do my cub reporter best to write it out for you so you can look it up. Forget all that. I just bore you to tears. I'm just going to say I'll be hellbound to a bed soon, taking food from a peg tube and having my diaper changes regularly. If I'm lucky, I'll be blessed to end my days at the worst nursing home in the valley. but I've been praying to catch a lucky break. I've got hope, you see. Maybe this MS, that's the initials for the brain eater, crashes out my breathing in the middle of the night and I pass on in my sleep. One can hope and dream, mind you. I think it was my diagnosis that is kicking things off again with Helen. She smells death like a dose sent out of babbling brook. The smell of me dying brought that creeping panther back around to taunt me, you can bet. She hasn't lost a step in tempting me either. Hell, Helen's a grand wizard at enticing me like she did so long ago. For over 20 years, I haven't seen her since that night by the old well. 20 years of living a full life up here alone with my Missy. Out loud to this echoing, empty cabin, I lament wiping a tear, then cast my gaze to Missy's tombstone by the river. My beautiful Missy, I'll see you soon. I peer out to the barn hearing a woman singing. Damn the vixen, she's had my guitar all this time. I should have known she didn't destroy it, like she said. There she sits with her red curls and all, proud as a peacock, Helen strumming away with her angelic pitch, tempting, alluring, enticing, sitting on that old hickory stump like the devil herself, picking chords by the barn. Of course, she'd sing Lovebird's song. That's the one I wrote. She swore stole her black heart. If any of her lies are true, so long ago on Blood Mountain. That was the strangest of nights meeting her. She was crying and singing like the sweetest songbird. Helen, for the very soul in that Appalachian gospel. All while coincidentally enough, I heard a distant church bell ring. Oh, how her heart was on full display in We Shall Overcome. I'd like to hope. But hell, I can't be certain even now if even her singing wasn't a clever ruse. Helen's siren's voice, a voice I'm sure has captured how many in its snares? Who can be sure? All I can say is her shrill caught my not-so-rabid ears while I tangled through briar and bramble, whilst turned around and lost hollow. Lost hollow. Her hollow that she forever haunts. Unless she gets an itching to wander a bit. I mean, she should with all the time she has to live. It still boggles my mind how she processes time in her condition. And I have to scratch my hard-headed noggin again wondering how long Helen has been keeping tabs on me with that endless time. I get it. You think I'm suffering mountain fever talking like this. Maybe the MS is already wrecking my mind. If I was in your shoes, I wouldn't blame you a bit. But I know what I know. I saw what I saw. I'm not going into details what she did to my friends. At least not until I'm ready to. Maybe I should, at some point, make you realize how dangerous Helen can be when provoked. But to ease your concerns for now, I'm lucid and quite sane. No, I'm not suffering with cabin fever. And pardon me about my earlier description of Helen. She's not a ghost. If she was, I'd be able to relax knowing she can't harm me. Well, I can hope ghost can't hurt me. What the hell do I care? I'm dying. Maybe we can find out together if I come back from the dead. Oh, how I see her red curls glimmering in the moonlight. I see her alluring eyes begging me not to look away. I remember the feel of her hands, dove-like hands, caressing my tired head. Yes, I think about her for a minute more, nostalgic, as one might recall the overwhelming first sip of mountain shine. A slight sting, remembering then that all-too-powerful burn to warm your blood. In that dizzying exchange, I never felt more alive. I never felt more terrified. I certainly never felt love like that ever again. You see it, can't you? Helen's smile haunts me in every moonlit glow. Helen's eyes lit my soul's fires, don't you know? I tell you, friends, for your own sakes, leave her in the mountain darkness to that well long forgotten. Please, I beg you, leave her in the mountain darkness where she should stay buried and forgotten. How did I meet Helen? What circumstances brought me to that well down in Lost Hollow? I'll do my best to try and remember and tell you, but my memory kind of fogs on some of the particulars. Whether it's the neurological disease or just getting old, I'll let you decide.
Thank you for listening. Have a great night.